Hi, this is IK. Welcome to Object Post. Initial state is post, status error. Initial state of object post. Object post, there is three properties. Properties post, same name like object, equal array, empty array, status equal string, idle, error equal null. Null is special, there is a special role in JavaScript, because you see there is no apostrophe, there is no quote, it is not string, but that null said that error is nothing pointing. There is no value, some place in memory what error point. Okay, it is initial state of our object post. Here it is. This is object post after initial rendering post list. When initial rendering finished, it is one point of life cycle of component. It is finished mounting, finished rendering even. That moment, that event call use effect start dispatch fetch function, and fetch function send loading as a result of pending type of action. Pending type of action, and loading status have a value loading, but that value created immutable way. It is a string, status value is string, and string is primitive, and primitives are immutable. We cannot mutate primitives, and because of that, status point in other place in memory, but idle stay free, not delete, state free. It means we cannot change idle. We change status properties, mutate status properties by pointing, give it new value, pointing in other place, creating in other place in memory, new value loading. But idle is not changed, not mutate. It is immutable, and because of that, for primitive, we said primitive values, string, number, etc. We said they are immutable. Okay. Loading. After fulfilled, we have this situation, object post. After fulfilled type of action, what send fetch post, action creator, Thunk function, fetch post. After fulfilled, we have status changed in succeeded, but idle loading stay untouched, stay free, not mutate, not change, but status point in other place in memory to value, string value succeeded. Error, all the time error equal a null. It is special point, what means nothing point. Error, nothing point. Now about post array, empty array. At first it was empty array. after pending type action type, we have also empty array, and after fulfilled we have full array from mock server. And here is two post 1, post 2, two members in that array. How we mutate it? Array is mutated. Primitives is not mutated, it is immutable. And array and object are mutable. And if it is a constant declaration, we mutate members of array. And here is we create concise with empty array, concise with full array. Sorry, not concise, but function concat, method concat. And state post equal state.post.concat action payload. Action payload is full array from mock server. And concat with original state is impossible, and we have concat with copy of state. And in that copy of state is copy of empty array post, and that empty array concat with a full array, result is full array. Here it is full of array. It is ID1, ID2, title post 1, post 2. We have a full of array, and we see that full of array. We see on the screen. It means that at first we see form. Okay, form. There is only initial rendering. Here it is. Here it is. At first we have okay, add new post. This component would have only initial rendering, but our post list, look at refresh. What you see? You see add new post form immediately. It is add post form component, but after that, behind of that, we see loading. Loading, it means that post list have initial value and very fast go to, because of use effect, very fast activate use effect and activate dispatch fetch post, and pending type create loading. Here it is, loading. You see, if status equal loading, we have loading 3 dots sign or other or some animation of waiting. And after loading, we have fulfilled, and at that moment we see full array, complete post 1, post 2. Post list return title post in this section, and return this variable content. What is content? Content is a list, post list. Here it is, content is list, and if status equal loading, it is itinerary question mark. It is like structure if else in imperative programming. In declarative programming, we have itinerary kind with question and colon. Here we have if and else if, two colon, two else if. And if status equal loading, we have this loading 3 dot, and we see that if loading. But if else status equal succeeded, we have content is posts array post dot method map, and here in a parameter of method map is arrow function. A parameter of arrow function is post, and in body of arrow function we have post excerpt. Post excerpt is single post by post. It is a separate component. It is because of separation of concerns. Post excerpt is separation of concerns. It means post list component, job of post list component is only list, create, return content. But job of content, job of if else here is also here in post list. But post in list is separate component post excerpt. It is here, post excerpt. Here it is. Look at component post excerpt is about every post in a list, and that post would be in a list by post list component. Here in this file post list we have two components, post list component and post excerpt component. It is because of separation of concern. It is differentiation, separation of concerns is for better understanding our own code, better maintenance, and better understanding concept of our application. And in detail in the next video I would but here is interesting because of rendering, post list rendering and loading. You see that logic here, status equal loading, we see loading, we see this text and h1 level, and if status equal succeeded, we have complete list. We have a list and use map, method map for that, and arrow function is parameter of map. Content if else, if not loading and not succeeded, it means would be reject or something other, we will see error message. We will see error message in that position below add new add post form component. We will see error. If all is okay, we will see list. Here it is again. Now all is okay, and we see list. We see list. Here I can in post slice I will create some error. For example, post 2 And now when we look at here, look at refresh and require failed with status code 404. Below add new post component, we see title post and we see error, not list, post list. But if all is okay, of course, now we see F12 redux. We see reject. Here it is. Here it is. We have pending, but instead of fulfilled, we see reject. Rejected. And here we see post status failed, error request failed with status code 404, status failed, and the post is empty, of course, because we have error. It is if we have some error, it would be what would be happen with our object posts. Here is a curly brackets. Our object is posts, and here it is. Pardon. Here is posts object and curly brackets. Here means that our object post, there is posts properties, status properties, and error properties. Now error would point to some place in memory to value request failed with status code 404. It is string, not more null. Okay, thank you for watching this video.